Muscle Rod Shop. So today we're going to actually be talking about some bodywork stuff. A lot of people out there think that shops don't use body fillers and things like that, that it's frowned upon. But the fact is, just about every single shop uses body filler. That's all there is to it. So one of our body workers here is Ray. Y'all have seen him before. And he's actually in the engine compartment of the Daytona. And that's a really fun place to be. But
yeah.
You having fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Having fun playing big block.
Ray's the big block today. This is basically what we're looking at. What we use here is this stuff, Evercoat, Z-Grip. This is probably, we've used just about every single filler and primers, and over the last 20 years, everything that you could possibly think of, just about. So we've been through most of it and found that this stuff is probably the best that we've used so far. It sands really, really easy. It blends really easy. It blends really good, and it spreads good. It spreads incredible. So those three things right there. Some fillers you'll get that they don't sand really good at all. They'll cake up the sandpaper, and you'll have a lot of issues going on. But so far, this stuff is pretty awesome. What do you like best about this stuff?
To me,
yeah,
it's just easy to sand.
Yeah, it is.
And it's easy, you can blend in a spot. You can spot in little areas and stuff like that. But it sands really well and pretty clean.
Yeah, and you can see, he'll go in and Jaime too, which he's not here right now, he already left for the day, but Jaime and Ray, they'll go in and fill this entire panel. This whole thing will be this green color. The whole thing will look like that. And then most of it, the majority of it comes off. Yeah. So you can see like this is, you can see filler here, but that's probably the thickness of,
not much. I mean,
like nothing at all.
Little. Very, very little.
Yeah.
See the blend, I mean, it sands good, so easy to fill a little bit of a low spot and then just blend it into a panel.
Yeah.
And comes up pretty good.
So on most things, like the car, what we'll do is, I'll do all the metal work, like I'm doing to the Cuda dually fender over there. You guys watch that video of I build that fender. We'll go through and do all the metal fabrication or panel replacement or whatever it is we're doing. But we'll do all that, and then once all the welding's done and everything's good to go and the grinding's all done, we'll come back and dolly that whole panel out as flat as possible. And a lot of times we need to shrink it, right, Ray? Yeah. We end up shrinking those things a lot.
Do that. And
we use oxygen acetylene torch. We'll use that to heat it up, shrink it, and we'll go through and do a video on that on the next thing. Probably might need to do it to Matt's hood maybe, because that thing's got a lot of fab to do on that, the dually Cuda. We'll do all the shrinking, and then once it's as flat as can get and we can't get it to go anymore, then you coat the whole thing, not just a little spot, because you don't want to miss anything. And that's how you get that glass finish out of your car. And that's just how shops do it. And a lot of people think that, when they come in, they see filler on a car, they're like, oh God, you use Bondo? Well, yeah.
Anybody, any top shop, they're going to use body filler, but it's minimal, just to leave a flat panel.
Yeah, it's minimal.
Going to fill it and have 3/4 of an inch of body filler.
Right.
Like some cars come in like that, and no, it's very little. It's very, very little.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the Bondo, the body filler, got its bad name, is because when people you know, they'll have a big rust hole or something like that in the quarter panel, and they'll go put chicken wire in there, and they just cram filler in it, and then you end up with like an inch or two of filler, you know, on the bottom of the car, and that's where it gets bad. But when you're doing stuff like this, it's a whole nother story. This is it's necessary, yeah.
Yeah, it's a way to leave something nice, smooth. We'll prime it, block it, guide coat it, block it again, look at everything, make sure everything's good, and then it gets paint on it. And they look good. I mean...
Yeah, and by the time you're done, you can, you know, run a flashlight past it, and it's, you won't see any waves or anything like that. Yeah. So that's what we do on all the panels of the car.
Even though most of this compartment, you won't see.
Yeah. You won't see it.
You'll see a little bit here.
Especially back there on the firewall.
A little bit here, and that's it. That's firewall. This is a firewall with a little bit of filler. This is what's left of filling on this and this, and it's pretty smooth. Yeah, and that's all it's going to take too. There's going to be a little bit here, but then we'll go and use a polyester primer on it, block it out one time, and it's done. Mm-hmm. So this isn't the factory firewall. This is actually one that we make here. Usually they come out pretty straight, and we got to do a little bit of dolling afterwards once the welding's done, because this thing gets welded from here all the way up, around, back down, up, back down, and around. All that gets welded together, and there's a seam right through the middle too. And then you got the transmission tunnel all the way back that gets welded to it. So there's a lot of heat that goes on it, and little warpage, but very little.
Yeah.
Dolly them out, they look good. A little bit of fill, good primer, and a good block, and it'll look good.
Yep.
Although you'll see about that much after the engine's in here.
Right.
But
well, shoot, on this one, it's got that big NASCAR Hemi. I think the intake sits, or not that, yeah, the intake manifold sits like right about there.
Yeah, it goes all the way up.
Plus it's channeled, so it's got a lot of stuff. But like I said, you know, the whole roof, you go and put a skim coat on it, and then damn near all of, like 95% of it sands off if your dolly is right, so your dolly and hammer. So that's how these things go. It's like this one right here, you're seeing different layers of primer. You get the layers, this is just different types of primer here that you're seeing. This car was pretty straight. The hood to the Daytona, it's got a polyester primer on it, so you can hear. That's how you know there's hardly any filler on it. You can hear that vibration in the metal. And fenders are done the same way. This is sitting in polyester primer right now. This is for this car, the Daytona. That's just how it's done. This whole engine compartment here will be coated in it too, and sanded all the way down. Basically finger sanding every single corner of all these lines. Every line you see in here. They hate it when I put these beads in here, but... Oh, you know what? Tony did this car. So Tony, this is your fault. Look at all these different blocks he uses.
All these are made to go around the edges and curves and all this, so you'll sit here like this.
Yeah, this is your office, man.
That's it for a while.
And this is gonna be your next office for like a week and a half. You do a good job, dude. So on this side of the shop over here, the Mustang being worked on, it came in for, it had a broken valve spring. And got Jacob from Smetting. What's up? Doing the springs on it here. And Ben, y'all haven't met Ben.
Oh, that's true. They haven't.
Ben's been here a long time, then left, went to school, and then came back.
He came back.
Then came back.
That's true. I was here just before channel started. So.
Yeah, just before all this started. So say hi to Ben. He's helping out Jacob here, doing his fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a big pain in the ass, man.
Once you get in the groove of things, it's not terribly bad, actually. It's becoming more efficient as we go along. Yeah, this car came in with just a set of single beehive springs, and now we're switching it to a much more modern dual lightweight coil LS spring. so it's gonna have much better powertrain dynamics and everything.
No. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that was the second time we had a broken spring on this car. And how many miles are on this?
No more than 10,000.
Yeah.
This is a Roush 427.
Roush 427. Dang. All the new stuff on this side, and we're just about done with this side. Almost.
Howdy, y'all.
What do you think, Paul?
I think Jacob is doing a wonderful job.
Okay, good. Good job, Jacob. And Ben, you're doing good. Then we got, a lot of people have seen these cars before. This is a 74 probably, somewhere in there, Charger. If you're interested, this is what they look like. So, big, long hood. And those are the taillights. By the way, I'll show you something really cool. Look at that. This is bad. Yep. Best thing in the shop. Got the glass going in the back of the Charger. The chop top car. And yeah, this is a factory piece of glass in a 2-inch chop. How that was done, a lot of stuff moved. That's all I can tell you. But these little pieces of tape are for the trim clips that go in. You can see them right there. So those have to be installed every single time a car has been restored or anything like that. We got to put new clips in it so that the chrome can clip in and be done. But new piece of glass, new glass on the side. The front piece is not going to go on until it comes back from interior, and that is going to happen very soon.